Hello, everybody. Good morning and happy Saturday. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a live stream. I apologize for that. Excuse me. I did have some vacation time, stuff like that I went through. I went down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and hung out in the mountains for a few days. Before that, I went to the Star Wars or the Comic Book Expo in Cincinnati. That was a really good time. Got to meet Timothy Zahn. That was really cool. Hey, Don, good to see you. DR, Robin, Blaze Cap, good to see y'all. Thank you. Um, Got to meet Timothy Zahn. Saw, what was his name? Sam Witwer. Saw Matt Lentner. Um, Guy did the voice for General Grievous and played Big Fat Tuna in the Book of Boba Fett trailer and in the Phantom Menace. He was really cool. Got to talk to him for a few minutes. Got his autograph and stuff. Um, yeah, so it was really neat. It's been a really good, nice couple weeks. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get with you guys on the live streams and stuff, but things happen, so I do apologize. So, how's everybody been this week? Last 2 weeks, actually. I know my content releases have been a little bit slow. I have slowed down on them a little bit, just a little bit, because work's getting a little hectic. I am the only supervisor in my area, and I have about 89 employees, so it takes a lot out of me. Blaze Cap, I met them at the Cincinnati Comic Expo a couple weeks ago. Hey, Sydney, good to see you. And Darth Vader and the ATST say hello. Yeah, so vacation, had a lot of fun there. I did go to the Disney store in Gatlinburg because I always visit that when I'm at the outlet mall. They're having less and less Star Wars stuff, fewer and fewer items. I did find a shirt there because some reason I only packed 2 shirts for a 4-day vacation, and I found a shirt at the Disney store, a Darth Vader shirt, long sleeve. Said 2X on it because, I'm a big dude. I'm not fat or anything, but I'm just tall and, a little bit of girth. But it said 2X on it, and I get it out and I take the tags off of it and put it on and everything. And yeah, it's a 2X in children's. So, the length of the waist was long enough, but the arms, came to here. So, no, DR, there wasn't a Boba Fett shirt. The only thing there was a Darth Vader shirt and a Grogu dress, and I wasn't buying the dress. Sorry. Hey, thanks, DR. I appreciate it. This is my Vans vacation shirt that I bought for Disney, and I love it. I love this thing. It's really cool. I'm Mr. Action Man. yeah, no, I'm fat. It's okay. Sorry, guys. I get a little dry when I'm talking a lot, and this coffee really helps out. I don't know. I can't taste it or smell it, though. Is that a bad sign? No, I'm teasing. It's really rough at work. I've got probably 10, 12 people out sick with the COVID-19. I'm not going to mention their names. That's a HIPAA violation. I won't do that, but it's a lot of people out, and it's really putting a struggle on my workforce because everybody else is having to pick up the slack, and it's no fault of the people that are sick. It just stinks. DR, I'm not really sure. A couple people have asked me about the news, about the. Sorry, I got a text. Everybody's been asking me about the news of the Book of Boba Fett and everything, but I haven't really seen any news other than a 1-paragraph synopsis. Hang on, I'll pull that up and just read it real quick, in case anybody hasn't seen it. And let's go. The Book of Boba Fett, a thrilling Star Wars adventure, finds legendary bounty hunter Boba Fett and mercenary Fennec Shan navigating the galaxy's underworld when they return to the sands of Tatooine to stake their claim on the territory once ruled by Jabba the Hutt and his crime syndicate. Doesn't really tell me anything that I didn't already know. We already know he was on Tatooine. We already knew he was probably going to go back to Tatooine. Stake their claim on the territory. That doesn't mean stake their claim on the crime syndicate or anything like that. So to me, it really doesn't say much. It's ambiguous for a reason. The poster, I love the poster. It looks really cool. It's a painting, but if you guys remember, a lot of times when the posters come out, they're not 100% accurate to the characters. The Empire Strikes Back painting, way back when right before the Empire Strikes Back came out, had Darth Vader with a full cape, like covering his front and back and flowing in the wind. And we all know Darth Vader doesn't wear a front cape other than his two little side things in his skirt. It could be hinting as the Hutts as the enemy. It could be. And, I mean, that goes along with some of my theories that I have. And we'll see. If my theories are wrong, okay, then that's fine. But if they're right, then I'm going to be all excited. And if you guys can see down in the bottom left corner of this video, I do have a ticker going. Trying to get to that 5,000 subscribers mark. And there's still 202 subscribers to go. Like to get to that point sometime soon. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing the video, liking, commenting on the videos, stuff like that, that all helps boost my channel a little bit. Yeah, absolutely, Robin. It gives way too much leniency for theories. I have my own theories. I'm one of those crappy theorists that everybody talks about, and that's fine. They don't have to like my theories. They don't have to even watch my theories. They're just theories. That's all they are. Thank you, DR. I appreciate that. I don't know how hilarious I am. I'm pretty tired right now. And yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks, so. I know, I probably say that every time I do a live stream. That's been a rough couple weeks, but it seems like it gets rougher and rougher every time I say that. But you know what I did? I am into the holistic thing a little bit. My wife's way more into it than I am, but I am into the holistics and crystals and healing and yoga and all that stuff. But what I did is I researched some things to try to balance out my inner being. So I got me some tiger eye crystals with hematite on a bracelet. I'm currently looking for a jade necklace for my heart chakra. Yep, I'm one of those. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. Yeah. It just seemed way in the beginning that Crosshair just was not going to be redeemed. He would reconcile with his friends, but in the end, he was still their enemy. Mo. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you're talking DR. Sorry. Sorry, Robin. I get confused easily nowadays. Hey, why can't I have both, DR? Why can't I have the crystals and the Action Man memes? I like them both. And I do get to put my salt lamp back in my cave, so that's gonna be awesome. Just trying to balance things out, and anything that helps, I'm all for it, because I'm way out of balance right now. I know that. My family knows that. I've just been off kilter, under a lot of stress with work and all that stuff. So, yeah, so back to what I was saying about the ticker down there. As you see, I have 4,798 subscribers, and I would like to get to that 5,000 mark soon. 10,000 preferably. That way I can put my Teespring merchandise on my YouTube channel. But we'll get to that point eventually. Blaze Cap, yes, I do collect Black Series and a little bit of Lego. I have a lot more Black Series than I do Lego. Let me see. If I had to guess, there's probably have about 60 Black Series figures. Most of them are in a curio and Some of them are on shelves back there and all that. Yeah, about 60 Black Series figures. I slowed down on collecting those a little bit, though. I did find the Mandalorian Loyalist at the Comic Expo, so I had to pick that up. Because I'm trying to get more into the Hot Toys stuff, and so far there's no luck. I've got the one Boba Fett one that I absolutely love, but I'd like to pre-order the other two Boba Fett Hot Toys figures. Sorry, just reading some of you guys' um, comments. And Don, I recently got a stash of Storyteller Smoky Quartz crystals that look just like kyber crystals, and they etched agate slabs with half of Mando helmet. Wow, that is awesome. That's awesome. I love smoky quartz. I had one, but my daughter was way out of balance, so I gave her my giant smoky quartz to help center her. Um, it helps. I am proud, Blazecap. I've been collecting for a long time. I think I only have 3 or 4 Lego sets, and they're not even big ones. I have Major Von Reg's TIE Fighter, the ATST from The Mandalorian, a small Mandalorian set, and a couple microfighters, I think. That's about it. Yep. So, let's get those subscribers on. Oh, yeah. Now, after this, I'm going to be going with the wife. We're going to be driving a couple hours away to go do some hiking out into the hills and the woods, if you will. We need some us time. Reconnect with nature and all that stuff. That's why I'm wearing my nature shirt here. It's neat. So, yeah, the Book of Boba Fett, we talked about that. Visions, we did not talk about. Absolutely love Episode 1 and Episode 7. Those are I forget the Episode 1 title, but it's the one with the Ronin. And the Episode 7 is the Elder, with the older Sith guy with the lightning fingers and the crazy look on his face and all that. Love those 2 episodes. The Ronin one, for me, it's more about the art style that was used with it and the story. The art style reminded me of the original Lord of the Rings cartoon or animated series back in the 80s. I don't know, maybe it was out in the 70s. I can't remember. But sometimes the animation just looked real. It had this photorealism to it and I thought it was really neat. Let's see, Blazecap, what do you think of the Boba Fett one? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe I missed some news there on that one. Small Boba Fett. Yeah, I like that. Don't get me wrong. The second episode wasn't my least favorite now, but it's probably my 4th favorite because I'm just not into rock operas all that much. I did, when I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, I loved that movie. So that was probably the first time I liked a rock opera, other than the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but that's a little bit different and requires a little bit other kind of stimulus. But yeah, I just didn't like the rock opera stuff. I liked Boba Fett character. I liked all the cameos. I liked all the original sets being brought back in, the Mos Espa Arena and all that stuff. I thought it was really cool. I just wasn't into the slug having piercings and a bass guitar. It just seemed too earthly, it seemed too much like our own planet. And I know a lot of the other ones were based on Japanese culture and very earthly and stuff like that. But it was more like pop culture earthy. And I'm not going to lie, I hate pop culture. This generation's pop culture is so bizarre to me. And it's not that I hate it, I just don't understand it. And it's just weird. Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. I mean, I didn't mind the Boba Fett scenes. Of course, Tamir Morrison's voice is always a welcome in the Star Wars universe. But just the rock and roll aspect of it, I just didn't get. It didn't sit well with me. I like the idea of a Jedi going on doing other things other than helping the rebellion and helping some other poor citizen world or something like that. That was cool. He went off to help himself. Cool. Awesome. You became selfish. Neat. And you became with your friends and found a way to hide your skills by doing that. Hasio55, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And I see Atomic Beast. And I believe I already said hi to Don, but I'll say it again. How many people we got in here now? This program is really weird. If I want to type in the chat, I have to sign into it or go to another program to do it. That's really weird to me. Yeah, I'm wondering if that little slug was his name Mark or something? I don't know. If he was Jabba's son. Yeah, that elder could be. I still have to watch the Ninth Jedi, though. Everybody's talking about the Ninth Jedi, saying it's the best one. I started watching it one night, and I fell asleep right at the beginning. Not that it was boring or anything. I just had a long night and was tired and dozed off after watching like 5 episodes of it or something. There was something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember what it was now. I really need to start writing this stuff down because my mind is so blank. It's just like everything's like bleh, seeps out and it's gone into the void that is my floor. What was it? Oh, I remember. Haha. The Jango Fett fan fictions. Who misses them? Everybody raise your hands. Come on, everybody, please raise your hands. I haven't seen any hands go up yet. High fives, thumbs up. And nothing so far. All right, anyways, the Jango Fett fan fictions. If you guys aren't aware of what those are, I know a lot of you have been watching them. It's been a while since I put one out, but basically it's Yep, give me just a minute here. So, basically, it's a fan fiction that I've been working on that's loosely based, or I guess tightly based, off of Jango Fett Open Seasons, the comic book from the 90s. Also, the Bounty Hunter video game from the 2000s that basically told the backstory of Jango Fett, how he came to be, how he became a foundling. Jester Muriel trained him up and mentored him, and he became like a son to him, and then Jango became the Mandalore, yada, 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 so on and so forth. So, I have done 14 parts. Sorry, guys. I've done 14 parts of this fan fiction so far, and the last part was the first half of the Battle of Galandran, which is the part where Jango kills the leader of Death Watch, Tor Vizsla, passes out, wakes up, the war's over, Silas is helping him to his feet, and yeah, I did change some names and stuff, and I added characters in that were never in the Open Seasons or the Bounty Hunter comic, trying to make it more modern and match up with canon a little bit more. So, yesterday I started working on the script for Chapter 15. This one's going to be long. I'd like to wrap up this arc of the story as soon as possible with the whole Jango Fett and move on to him becoming the cloning template soon. So this is the first or the last step to that. So this one is going to be really long. And then once I release this one, I'm going to release it in its own little episode. And then once it's out, I'm going to take all 15 or however many I have, 15 episodes, combine them into one video like I did my Boba Fett at the Jabba's Palace video. Combine them all into one video so nobody has to hunt and scrounge for episode 1, and then episode 3 pops up and they're bouncing back trying to find 2. Just put it all into one big video. It's probably going to be like a 2-hour video or something, but if anybody wants to watch it, it'll be out there. Hopefully it'll be done within the next week. Episode 15 should be done by Monday. I should have that one completed by Monday. Yeah, so, I mean, it's fun. This last script, I'm having more fun writing that than I have the other ones. And I've had a lot of fun writing all of them, but this one, I think it really, really hits it. I'm not going along with, I'm not really going along with traditional writing styles of 3 acts, the opening, the climax, the end. If I feel like putting the climax at the beginning, I'm doing that, and then tell story afterward. If I feel like putting the climax at the very end and just building up to it, then that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see, though. I think this one's really going to drive it home. Yeah, I write scripts for all my videos. You think I can speak that fluidly without having everything planned out? No. It'd wind up being like these live streams where I'm just scatterbrained all over the place. Yeah, I think there should be a Stormtrooper series. Maybe follow a couple friends, but we kind of got that with the Lost Stars. I'd like to see Lost Stars actually made into a series, or at least something visual. All right, let's see your theory, Hasio. And reading through the rest of your comments. Yeah, Don, it's coming. I'm getting ready to wrap up that story. Hasio, that's funny you say that, because I had a similar thought to that. Because both are ancient. And it just, to me, it made sense. And I like that. Thank you. What do you mean, Robin? All right, let's see. Nope, no more subscribers yet. I don't wear a do-rag. Come on, DR, y'all know that. If y'all don't know, DR has been going on about me wearing a do-rag ever since way back when I had a ball cap on backward and it looked like I was wearing a do-rag. So, I told y'all, if y'all want to send me a Star Wars do-rag, I'll wear one for a live stream. I don't care. Oh, that coffee is so good, I think. Yeah, so, have you guys heard any more news in the world of Star Wars that I'm missing? The Mandalorian Season 3, I believe, has already began filming. So that's a good sign. So hopefully that'll come out next fall and stick with the Mandalorian release dates. Oh, sorry, Robin. Yeah, so, yeah, I haven't heard much news lately. Every time I put on one of the news YouTube channels, I get nothing. I get the same things that I've heard already, or something I really don't care about. I mean, I do care about who's making the music and all that stuff. But I don't know, it's just not newsworthy to me, I guess. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the picture of the girl that plays Omega tweeting a picture of her, and then in the background you could see the still. Boba Fett's going to be a gangster. I don't want him to be a gangster. Yeah, Andor did finish filming. I think it comes out next year, around probably around, I can't remember, I want to say early summer, late spring. Yes, SEO. I agree. Have you watched any of my fan fictions? I go into a lot of the Clan Vizsla stuff in that, and the pacifists, and hey Tyler, good to see you. Yeah, so still, if anybody's new joining me, there's a ticker at the bottom that shows my current subscriber count and how many subscribers I'm trying to get to. So, Book of Boba Fett rumor of Chapter 17 instead of Chapter 1 titles is true. I want to say that is probably accurate, Dawn. It makes sense to me that they'd go with Chapter 17 and then move forward from there, and then do the Mandalorian Season 3. And then if they do a Boba Fett Season 2, that may carry the rest of the chapters from there, with no real Mandalorian Season 4. Instead, but the Book of Boba Fett become the flagship. This is my own theory. Please don't think I have any inside sources or anything like that. But yeah, so I think the Book of Boba Fett will take over as the flagship for this time period. Yeah, so that's my theory anyway. There is one theory that I have that I'm not going to tell you which theory it is, because I promised my inside source, and this really is an inside source. He goes by the name, I don't want to say his name out loud, but it starts with Timothy and ends with Zahn. But yeah, one of my theories is accurate, almost to a T. I talked with Timothy Zahn for quite a moment, and he made me promise not to say which theory it was and how accurate it was. So, after it's confirmed, after it comes out, and hopefully he's not misleading me, hopefully then I can say, you guys can go back and see the video where I theorized on this, and I was right. I was waiting for you to say it, Tyler. I was waiting. I was going to say it first, but I let it go. I thought you forgot about it, but no, you did not. You do not ever let me down. Thank you. That's awesome. Guys, if you don't know, if you look at the comments on a lot of my videos, you'll see Tyler on there trying to rickroll me. Yeah, Timmy, the guy from the Comic-Con. He's not just any guy. I mean, he writes all the Thrawn novels. But I will tell you, it's one of my Thrawn theories that is coming true. Yeah, Don, I get that. I think a lot of what's happening with The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett is because of Pedro Pascal's other project, Last of Us. He's pretty embedded in that HBO series, and I don't see how he could continue making 2 full series based on him. True that he doesn't have to be on set a lot of the time. It's just voice acting and stuff, but still, he's taking a lot of time in this Last of Us thing, unless he's filming Mandalorian in between that, which, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, DR, if you didn't know who Timothy Zahn was, he's the guy who... Here, let me show you here. He's the guy who created Thrawn. He created him back in 1992, I believe, 91 or 92, with the Heir to the Empire novel, which was pretty much the jump start for the Star Wars Expanded Universe and their re-interest in Star Wars. At that time, Star Wars was almost dead. And, oh wow, I put that up there almost matching up with my face. Anyways, Star Wars was almost dead at that time. You could buy a original figure for like $2 or something. So yeah, I sat and talked to this guy for quite a while. Let me see if I can find the picture of me and the young man together. I know I have one. Where am I? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm way behind there. Let's going in. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this picture here. Did get a picture of me and Nihilus. That was pretty cool. Where are you at, Mr. Zahn? And that's me with Timothy Zahn. And it's crazy because he was the only person not charging for autographs or pictures or anything. There's nothing. It was charging nothing, and I asked him. I said, everybody else is $50, $80, $100 to get their autograph or a picture with them, or both, and you're not charging anything. And in a really cool way, he just said, "I'm not poor. I don't need your money. They pay me to be here." He said, "I'm just glad to do it for the fans." So I was like, wow, that is awesome. So I talked to him for a minute, and he didn't have a line. There was like 3 people ahead of me. That was it, and like 1 person behind me. And I think it's because a lot of people just don't know who he is. He films. All right, let's see. Am I still doing the Mask of Mandalore video? I plan to. I have so many videos planned right now. It's not on the bottom of the list for sure, but I will get to it. I do like sticking with the Mandalorian lore as much as I can in my videos. Yeah. Yeah, Tyler, I'm with you on that. I mean, politics aside, I'm not going to side one way or the other of whether Gina Carano was right or wrong or anything like that. But I will say she has a contract, and in that contract, you just pretty much keep your mouth shut. You don't go out blabbing your own politics. I can't say what she said was right or wrong because, honestly, I don't care. People have the right to voice their opinions, but if it goes against what your employer believes in, they have the right to get rid of you. They do. My job has the right to get rid of me. If I go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even on here, and I start spewing my politics, and if it goes against what their politics are, then I'm at risk of losing my job. They've made that abundantly clear. And I don't make nearly as much money as Gina Carano, so I'm sure they made it really clear when she started off spewing her stuff, please stop, you're getting yourself in trouble. And she just kept going, and then everybody's like, oh, why'd they do that? And they made Disney out to be the bad guys, but they're not. They stated it very clearly to her, please stop. Alan Vell, I would love to do fan fiction on Alan Vell. One day, hopefully, I can do this as my full-time job. That's why I got my little ticker there going, because I'm trying to get this up to my full-time job. If anybody from my regular job is watching this, please don't take offense to this, but I'm getting really stressed. Getting really stressed there. My body's not taking it as well as it used to. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not young. And it's really mentally exhausting me. So I'd love to do this as my full-time job, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. I don't care. Whatever. I want to put my heart into this. This is where my heart is. So if I ever get to that point where I can do that, then, I mean, I'll make 2 videos a day. I can do that. In 8 hours, I can do that. And you guys will be like, whoa, Fanatic, slow down a little bit. Let's take a breather. Then maybe I'll be almost as big as Mr. Ballin. Yeah, if you guys don't know who he is, check out his channel. He's flipping awesome. He does strange, dark, and mysterious video content, like missing people, people that go to weird places that they shouldn't go to, stuff like that. It's not Star Wars at all, but it's really interesting. I had no idea that some of this stuff was going on in our own country or around the world even. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't care about that kind of drama, DR. It's people are just looking for anything they can to dog Star Wars or Disney, and it's just, to me, it's stupid. There is a distinction between work and private life. Yeah, there is. There should be a distinction between work and private life, Robin. But my work is so strenuous that it can't help but spill over into my private life because I have 2 telephones, 2 cell phones. They don't call them telephones anymore. 2 cell phones. One is my personal phone that I do not give any of my employees the number to. And then I have my work phone, which all of my employees have my number to. And I have 89 employees, and I'm constantly getting bombarded with texts on that. I try to put it down and ignore it, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just have to pay attention to it, especially if people are getting sick and stuff like that, and you need to talk to them. Yeah, I wasn't dogging you for that, DR. I was just saying that, people are ridiculous. This cancel culture is just crazy. I'll probably get cancel cultured here in a minute just for saying cancel culture is stupid. I think even what's his name, Bill Burr, came out and said that cancel culture is just stupid, to stop doing it. Right, Blaze Cap. All right, let's see some of the other comments. Yeah, Don, absolutely. I mean, we have social media policies at my job, and security and confidentiality and all that stuff. Robin, I understand what you're saying there, but I really do. I do. And I honestly don't care what my employees say on social media. As long as they don't say, yo, that Star Wars fanatic boss, he sucks. I hate him. He's a real bad guy. As long as they don't say stuff like that, I don't care. And usually I don't pay attention to what they do on social media anyway. But I really don't care. But for some reason, our corporate division really does care because it tarnishes their name and everything. I've seen employees get fired just for putting a middle finger up in a picture. It's with our logo in the background, of course. So it made them look bad, so they got upset and they fired him. All I'm saying is I'm comparing it to the Gina Carano thing. Gina has a right to her opinion, but people have a right to fire her as well. Is it right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get into that. It's kind of stupid. I will miss her character a little bit. At first, I really didn't care for her. I thought she was kind of static and wooden. But she grew on me a little bit after she showed she was a badass. So that was cool. Watching the stream, editing a video, and Luke fighting on the pit of Carcoon is literally him swinging around his lightsaber. Nice. Yeah, I mean, back to what you're saying, Robin. Yeah, I agree to a point, but I mean, at the same time, you don't want your company to look bad. They're the people who pay you. We always have the right to say what we want. We have the freedom of speech. But with any freedom, there are limitations. Makes no sense to me either, honestly. I don't know, just for saying this stuff, I guess my company could go and fire me tomorrow when I go into work. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Yes, please. It's stupid. And if you look at the people saying cancel this person, cancel that person, they're not even fans. They're not fans of the franchise. They have no idea what it's about. They just hear one person say this long thing. They take the tiny 3 words out of the middle and blow it up and then say, this is what the person's like. They shouldn't be in this show. You're not even a fan. You don't know what it's about. You don't know anything. Just leave it alone. So what? They don't agree with what you think. Isn't that kind of counterproductive? I need to get off that rant. DR's laughing at me now. I need to jump down off of that one. I probably lost a few viewers and probably some subscribers too. Yeah, I was kind of afraid to do the live stream today because it seems like every time I do a live stream, I lose subscribers rather than gain. And lately I've been picking up a little bit of steam. So I'd like to keep that momentum going and not lose rather than, I don't want to backpedal. I'd like to just keep moving forward. Yeah, DR, I guess I do probably every other live stream or even every live stream. I go on some kind of little stupid rant. And don't take me to heart for these rants. I studied politics in college and it was one of my majors, and I really just got so sick of it after that. Two-party system, and this party says this, and this party says that, and really they're no different. Both parties are doing the same things. They're accepting money from corporations to make laws. So, really, I don't care about politics, because I don't matter. No, I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. No, I need to get off the politics thing, though. That's really not what I'm here for. Yeah, so I'm excited for the Book of Boba Fett. December 29th. That's awesome. That should not hinder any of my Christmas plans or New Year plans or anything like that. Not that I have any big plans, but I haven't watched that yet, Dawn, but I want to. I think tonight I'm going to sit down and watch it. See, that's how scatterbrained I am. That's why I need a script for every video I make, because I see something, I'm like, oh, squirrel, and I run after it. But yeah, my brain just fires on all cylinders all the time, especially when I'm sitting here drinking coffee and a nice Darjeeling. I'm just kidding. No Darjeeling. Yeah. So the Jango Fett fan fiction will be wrapping up soon, but it will be transitioning into a Jango and Boba Fett fan fiction. Both of them moving together, being in the same fan fiction. And maybe one day I'll delete those if Disney ever goes back and does a backstory about Jango Fett and Boba Fett. Maybe. Maybe not. Because maybe my story will be better. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about was the War of the Bounty Hunters comic books. Okay, so if I haven't seen Knut in here, so I guess he's not on board today. But the War of the Bounty Hunters comics, if anybody's been reading them, they're good. They're good, but the one that sticks out to me is the mainline Star Wars comic. And I'd like to walk over and pull out an issue, but I won't. But yeah, it's the dialogue is horrible. It's worse than the prequels. The dialogue is so bad in it, and I can't believe it. I'm just like, oh my God. It's like Vader doesn't feel like Vader. Luke feels too much like Luke like he's this whiny, crabby, poopy kid that just needs his ass slapped once in a while. Hasio, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a valid point, but at the same time, they couldn't just jump in and expand everything right away. There would be culture shock and everybody be freaking out. Why are you destroying my stories? They had to start somewhere. And since the Rebellion versus the Empire is the one most people are familiar with, it's the one that started everything. They had to start there and then work their way out both ends. Like now we got the High Republic on one end. We got the First Order on the other end. So it's really expanding, and then the Mandalorian stuff is starting to expand out in another direction, as well as the War of the Bounty Hunters is taking another direction into the crime syndicates and the underworld. So I think it's going to round itself out eventually. It just seems like it's taking a long time to do that. Kate Comics. I'm not sure what that is, Don. Yeah, November 12th is Disney Plus Day, and it will be full of content. And I can't wait for that. It's still over a month away. Why they keep announcing these things months in advance when I'm just like, oh, just give me something now. The Book of Boba Fett was announced a year before it comes out. Crazy to me. But yeah, back to the War of the Bounty Hunters comics. The main Star Wars one is really just, it makes my eye twitch. But hey, have a good day, Blaze Cap. Thanks for joining. It makes my eye twitch, but I'll read it just so I get the full story. There's one that came out last month. It's Bausch number 1. It's a spinoff, one time only comic, and I love that one. That one just it's so awesome to me. I love the story in it. Bausch is this bounty hunter who's been exiled from his home planet, along with 4 or 5 other Ubanese, I think they're called, that he teams up with, and he calls them his family. And there's family, and he just wants to get back to his home world and be recognized again and all this stuff. And he's not the typical bounty hunter that's just out for blood and killing and all that stuff. Got kind of a code. And I'm really, really digging the vibe there. So to me, it's almost putting this evil aspect on Princess Leia for killing Bausch and taking the armor. From what I'm reading on it so far, I don't know, maybe Bausch is really evil. But it's a really good story. I recommend anybody picking it up, because you don't need to read all the rest of the War of the Bounty Hunters to read this one, this individual one. It's just really cool. I really liked it. And I mean, I really like a lot of the comics, but there are some that I'm just cringing at. I'm like, it makes my eye twitch, and I say that a lot, but it really does. I'd have to go back and watch the, what is it, Galaxy of Heroes or Destiny, the shorts that are on Disney Plus, the cartoon shorts. There's one in there with Leia taking Bausch's armor. I can't remember if she killed him or not, but you would assume she killed him. She took his armor. Yeah, so anybody, if you're in here, please go over and hit that like button. Let's see that thing jump up. And let's also see some of this subscriber count go up. If you're not subscribed, go on and do that. Hit that subscribe button, and let's see what we can do. Let's see about getting to that 5,000 mark by April or October 31st. That would be Halloween. Constellation Prize Den and Bo have already gone at it, and Voices of the Dark Den is haunted by the voices of previous Mandalores. Oh, cool. I'll definitely have to check that out, Don. And yeah, I did see your other comment. that she's on Insta and heavily into Den and Boba and Mando-centric in general, non-canon. I'll definitely have to check her out. What's her name? Kate Comics? Let me pull that up right now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm doing a little social media in here before I forget. Kate. Search. Oh, I have seen her. Yeah. Caitlin Windows. I like that. I like her art style. She does some Spider-Man stuff as well. Yeah. Cool. I like it. I want my armor back. Just he's laying next to Java awkwardly. Yeah, the Bausch comic is really good. It's probably my favorite one that's come out so far. It's been really good. I think there's only like 6 more crossover issues for War of the Bounty Hunters, with one for War of the Bounty Hunters, one of Bounty Hunters, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader, an IG-88 comic coming out. What are you talking about, Robin? I'm behind on that. Exactly my theory I posted below one of the Darksaber videos. I'll check that out, DR, when I get a moment. It probably won't be till later, because as soon as I'm done here, I promised my wife we would go hiking. You'll send me a do-rag if I watch it. Well, I'll watch it, and then I'll comment and like it as well. So that's one thing I like doing. I prefer watching smaller YouTube channels. Once a YouTuber hits about 100,000 subscribers, it seems like, I don't know, it seems like it goes to their head or something, and I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm not going to let it go to my head, because this has been a struggle for a year and a half now to get to where I am now. I can't imagine, saying I'm the best there is at 100,000 when that's probably not going to be the case. It's just going to be, I don't have that goal, so I don't think I'm the best there is. I think I'm okay. I like talking about Star Wars. But yeah, so I like watching the smaller YouTubers. They try harder for some reason. And me, I'm going to try my best and do my best all the way through until my retirement. Or I die, whatever comes first. Yeah, so I don't know. I like supporting smaller YouTubers. I also like supporting local business. So, I mean, that's probably the main reason I stopped subscribing to Star Wars Theory and Star Wars Explained and that nerd guy. I forget his name. And then the geek guy, I don't like him at all because he's just a liar. But, yeah, they do, Sydney. Absolutely. They stop being themselves, and that's one thing I won't do. I know a lot of people say that and everything, but I know my character and who I am and stuff. Yeah, I might have better equipment by then. I might have, maybe more space to spread out my little YouTube stuff, but I'm not going to say I'm the authority on Star Wars, because I'm not. I'm nowhere near an authority at all. I'm just a guy talking about Star Wars who loves Star Wars. People buy into what I'm saying, that's awesome. And if I'm wrong, then I apologize that you bought into some bull crap. But it was fun making the theory while I did. I don't see a problem with that. And it was fun talking about the theories and the fan fictions and the discussions and all that stuff, and talking about how Luke Skywalker is not solely responsible for redeeming Darth Vader, that he helped himself do it. That Anakin popped up through, and Darth Vader was not the only persona in that armor. Yeah, I get a little bitter when everybody says Luke Skywalker is the one who redeemed Vader when he didn't. I mean, he was laying there dying. If Luke did anything to redeem Vader, it was because he just laid there helpless. Are you serious, Don? Man, why does that guy have 3 million subscribers? I'm sorry, guys. I am going to talk negatively about another YouTuber because this guy's just... I've noticed it lately within the last 6 months that he's just gone completely bonkers. Like if you don't buy into what he says in Star Wars, then you're a nobody and you don't count and you're not a real fan and he's the authority. And that's mainly what I was talking about. He's the authority in Star Wars. I'm sorry, Star Wars Theory. You are not the authority in Star Wars. You are way too young to even understand what happened when Star Wars came out. I was there. I saw it. And I was around for it. And I grew up with it. The original trilogy, I grew up with it for, 16 years before the prequels came out. Sorry, guys. Whew. All right. So I'll shut up about it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go on those rants. I just don't like it when somebody gets so big that their head explodes and just goes crazy. I've unsubbed to him a long time ago, Don. I do peek over at some of his videos once in a while, but I don't watch them enough to show up on his analytics. Yes, DR, Luke did help Vader remember to do what's right, but at the same time, Vader had already been questioning himself before he ran into Luke. If you remember in The Empire Strikes Back when he's talking to the Emperor, you can tell in his tone that this is my way out. This could be it. I don't care. DR, he can send people over to leave comments on my channel. I don't care. A comment's a comment, and they don't count negatively if it's a negative comment. It's a comment. It boosts my channel. I welcome you to bring your negativity to my channel. I won't engage with it, but I hope you do leave comments. There. How's that? I really don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I don't like people thinking they're the authority in Star Wars when there are so many voices to be heard. And the smaller voices sometimes are just as good as the bigger voices. Yeah, he dissed Meg. He dissed, who was the other one? Eckhart's Ladder. And I can't remember if he did Element 7, maybe. He dissed all that. But they're small people. Come on, dude. You got 3 million subscribers. Be a man. Just grow up. Quit sitting in your little $3 million house and thinking you're the authority because you've been around a little longer. All right, that's it. That's my goal. Let's overtake this guy. Let's make me bigger than him. Keep me humble. Make sure you guys keep me humble and slap the crap out of me if I get out of line. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of. I mean, I'm allowed to say what I want about whatever I want. I usually don't talk about other YouTubers, Robin. I hate doing it, but I also hate seeing somebody think they are the authority. And I'm sorry that Pedro, or what was his name, the Lucasfilm executive. Man, my head goes way out of there, doesn't it? I'm sorry that guy didn't buy into you crying on camera. You are allowed to you are entitled to your emotions. You're allowed that, but other people are entitled to their response to your emotions. It works both ways. They don't have to think you're the greatest guy ever because you cried because you saw Luke Skywalker. I don't care what kind of traumas you had in your life. Cry if you want. That's fine. But don't get upset with somebody else if they're not impressed with your crocodile tears. So yeah, come at me. I don't care. The only thing you're going to do is make me stronger. After he went after Meg, her subscriber count jumped like crazy. Exactly, Sydney. Just because you don't agree with them doesn't mean you're attacking them. Pablo Hidalgo. Thank you, Don. That's exactly who it was. Uh, yes, I have seen the new Funkos, and I have pre-ordered them. And oh my God, you guys had to let me go on ranting for so long. I've run over on my time. My wife's going to kill me. So I do have to cut out, and I'm sorry. But until next week, keep an eye on my comment section. Let's see if he sends his cronies over to blast me. I don't really care. I'll just block them. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I'm a little guy. Shut down my channel because I talked about you. Oh no. I'll just build a new one. Anyways, sorry. I need to shut up. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you all being here and listening to me just go on my rants and be stupid. It's been a really rough couple of weeks. I've been going through a lot of stress with my job and with different things, and I really appreciate you. So if you're in here and you haven't subscribed yet, please go on and do so. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, flip over, hit that like button, and let's see how high we can make this channel go. Like I said, I'm trying to get to the 5,000 subscriber mark by the end of this month. So if we could pump that up, that'd be awesome. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to me rant on a couple different items today. I do try to keep it positive here, so just slap me around and put me back on task, okay?